Hey everyone, today we're going to be using Fiverr to find the next big stock for us to buy. We're going to be reaching out to 3 different freelancers to run analysis. Also make sure to stick around because we've got a 4th pro freelancer who's actually going to do professional analysis on our $10 a day portfolio. Let's get into it. All right, let's get on Fiverr and find ourselves some freelancers. So if you're not aware of Fiverr, you don't know what exactly it is. It's basically a website where a lot of freelancers could go on there. They're anywhere from amateur to professionals. And the professionals, they basically get their diplomas and their work experience verified by Fiverr. And you'll see them with like a little pro emblem next to their names. But basically today, I'm thinking of finding 3 different freelancers to analyze our top 3 holdings in the $10 a day challenge. So I want to see if these stocks that we've been purchasing heavily, I want to verify and see if these are actually good buys, whether we need to sell them or buy more. And also for our bonus, we're going to find a pro freelancer that's going to analyze our entire portfolio and tell us how risky it is. All right, and now we're going to have to find a freelancer that is going to analyze our top holding, which is Ulta Beauty. I found this guy named Michael, and it looks like he has a 1-pager for only $5. I think this one would be a really good one because some of his work I've seen here, as you can see on the website, some of his work looks pretty good. And as for a 1-pager for $5, I think that is a steal. So basically we're gonna order here and confirm $5 pay. There we go. And we'll see if he can actually get us a nice work product for only $5 and see if Ulta is a buy or a sell or a hold in our portfolio and see how much detail he puts into it. I'm really curious. Okay, so we're just about finished filling out our order. We're asking him to do Ulta Beauty. We're holding and considering buying more or selling once it gets higher, and we believe it's undervalued. So let's just get this order. There we go. All right, guys, we found another freelancer. It looks like he has quite a bit of reviews. It's Miguel Peraza. It looks like we can get a full analysis. It's his premium slot for $25. So I think that might be a steal. It looks like he does some pretty in-depth analysis. So let's just order this really quick. All right, so we're entering the order and we want him to analyze Intel. So let's see how he does. Okay, Michael actually ended up reaching out and he said, Ulta Beauty I'll research. Might I ask, why is it undervalued? All right, basically we're saying low debt, strong free cash flows, and low valuation. So we'll see if he pops something out based on that. It's kind of interesting that he's asking what exactly we're looking at when we look at it. Ulta, I don't know if it's going to change his analysis or not, but let's see how he does. All right, now we're getting kind of into the big leagues. So we've got a $70 order with Aditya. This is going to be for analyzing Elevance Health. And we're going to order that. All right, what are the subtopics that you require in this report? Not sure. Name of the stock, Elevance Health. Okay. All right, as for any special requests, do your best. Okay, yes, ready to get started. Okay. And start order. All right, Miguel reached out and he said, hi, Pasha, thanks for your order. I'll deliver as soon as possible. That's some nice customer service. And we sent him a quick good luck. All right, and as for our portfolio review, we found a pro freelancer. So this is Sergio. He's got finance education. He has a lot of finance experience. And since we're holding 13 stocks in our $10 a day portfolio, we're doing the 25 and less holdings portfolio analysis. So that runs $110. But yeah, let's just shoot this order over to him. So why did I choose this portfolio? Because it's based on Benjamin Graham's formula. We're moderate risk and then we have an investment approach of value investing, and we're just going to attach our stock portfolio for him to see. Okay, and now Sergio's $110 portfolio analysis is ordered.
The next day.
Okay, it's a new day today, and it looks like Aditya with the $70 order reached out to us. So he's basically just asking for different requirements. And since we're just doing this just to see really what the Fiverr creators can do, we're just going to say no requirements. Okay. All right, and it looks like Michael actually has our delivery here today. And he says that, yeah, he's putting a lot of information in here. So let's see what the delivery looks like. So it's called a one-pager, but it looks like it's actually a two-pager. So we got a little extra there. So looking at this one-page research report, or 1.5 pages, we're looking like we're at overweight with a target price of $401. It's basically, I guess, a hold rating or a sell rating, but earnings is releasing later today, and I'm really curious to see how the stock moves. Okay, so Ulta's stock price actually went up quite a bit. I think it's up 10% off of its earnings. And Michael actually reached out to us, and it looks like he basically said the numbers are up. We're pre-opening at 11%. It looks like he's going to give us another research report with the updated earnings. So that's super cool that he's doing this for only $5. So I'm going to say we still need revisions, and yeah, sure. Thank you. And now it looks like Miguel actually made his delivery for the $25 analysis. We look here. Thank you again for the order. It's enclosed. Awesome. And this was pretty quick delivery too for such a big research report. So let's check this out. All right, so this $25 research report was actually pretty dang in-depth. He did analysis based on other companies, comparing them to other companies. He did all of the trend analysis, basically the financial analysis. But looking at it, which Intel is our, I think, third highest holding, it's fairly risky play, and I totally know that. I know it's a turnaround play, but basically his recommendation is to reduce or sell Intel. Or not sell, but lower the position. So it's interesting to see that. I'm definitely going to proceed with caution with Intel, but it's also like at its over 5-year low. So we'll see how that goes. But this is a super in-depth analysis report coming up from Michael. All right, so let's approve the offer from Miguel. Looks like 5 stars, 5 stars. He basically did everything all around great. I think this was a good price for $25. Let's leave him a nice little review here. Loved it, great analysis. Okay, and let's leave him, I would say, a $20 tip. Yeah, there we go. Okay, on to the next ones. Okay, so it looks like Sergio reached out to us, and it seems like the spreadsheet that I attached, I tried to put it in a RAR file. Looks like it didn't work. So he sent me the screenshot here showing that none of the numbers are coming up. I'm really hoping that this isn't the case overall with this file, but yeah, I think we're going to have to re-upload. All right, so we took a screenshot of the holdings, of all the holdings, and we'll just say sorry about that, upload that, and send it right off. So let's see if he can work with that. All right, and Michael now came out with the second one-pager, so he's like really fast working. Looks like we're still overweight. Not a surprise because I think we're like $440 per share. But yeah, he added a little bit more information with the new earnings and just updated everything based on that. And yeah, it was honestly pretty cool working with Michael for only $5. This dude's really good. So let's see if we can accept this delivery. 5 stars, 5 stars. Love it. Thank you. And let's leave a tip for this guy. We're going to do a $10 tip.
The next day.
All right, guys, another day, another dollar. We've got a delivery from Aditya, and it looks like this is just a rough document. So we haven't gotten the final delivery. Aditya did say that he was having a viral fever and was having some bad health. So ask for an extension. Let's just check out what this looks like. Okay, so Aditya did the income statement for the past 4 years, or actually no, 3 years or so. Balance sheet, we got cash flows. It's not bad, I guess. I mean, there are a lot of sites that I can like pull this information off, but he probably needs all this information to run these calculations right here. So we got our margins, which it looks like the margins are somewhat stable. The net profit margin has been growing, which is good. He doesn't have, I guess he has an ideal ratio for these, but he doesn't have ones for these two. I would think that you would want an ideal ratio for net profit. I think Warren Buffett's book, I forgot which one it is exactly, but I think Warren Buffett looks at companies and he says 20%, I believe, net margin is considered really good. So he tries to stick there. But yeah, it's interesting. So he looks at operating expenses ratio. So this is a little bit higher than, I guess, the ideal ratio, which makes sense. Well, actually, never mind. This is that net income, operating expense versus net margin. So looks like Aditya wants 40 to 20% net profit. Okay, so he's sticking around that same thing. So current ratio looks like we're good based on Aditya. Cash ratio is a little bit low, and net working capital is good. Debt to equity is looking good, and total debt to assets is looking good. Okay, not bad. As for revenues, they've fallen a little bit. This might be due to a spin-off. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, wait, never mind. 9 month. So maybe revenues are actually growing. This is a little bit interesting that he did a 9 month and 9 month as a comparison, but it makes sense because I think we only have Q1 to Q3, but it'd be nice if he did like a trailing 12 months comparison here. So it looks like it's growing somewhat well. He's got this chart to show you the stock price, which this is kind of the dip that we've been buying in. We started buying around this spot right here, and it's just been going down even more. I think today it's even more down than what's showing on this chart. Okay, free cash flow. He calculated our free cash flow. And just reminder, this is, I guess, his draft. This isn't his full analysis, so this is pretty in depth, I would say, for $70. All right, we've got our WACC, or our weighted average cost of capital, and which this is a little bit high, I feel like, but terminal value, he's got these calculated. I guess he's expecting 2.5% of GDP growth. Okay, so he's making all the assumptions, discounting the cash flows. Okay, and then enterprise value to equity value. So I think that's all we've got so far. I'm kind of curious what he's going to be adding to this spreadsheet, because I would totally love to see a spot where he runs all of these numbers and compares like based on cash flows, based on net income, all of that, what the approximate intrinsic value would be. I usually do all my calculations based on net income, but doing a free cash flow calculation is actually a bit more accurate, because a lot of companies, the free cash flow, it tells how healthy the company is more than the net income. But this is looking good. Aditya did very well. I think for $70, this being a middle point to the actual final product, not bad at all. Okay, and for our Fiverr Pro for the $110 portfolio analysis, we've got our delivery in from Sergio. So let's check that out. Okay, so he's got our portfolio set up nice and pretty. We've got all of our percent holdings, all the ticker symbols. It looks like it's just one sheet, but I guess this is more of getting a financial opinion from a finance professional. So I guess depending on how much knowledge you have about investing, about like minimizing risk, things like that. This is somebody that's probably really good to reach out just to make sure that you're in the going in the right direction. But I've read quite a bit of finance books, and I'm getting my MBA with a concentration in finance, so I know a lot of these different things. So this might not be as valuable for me, but let's just see what he does here. So he shows our stocks to bonds, and our industry spread here, which is I guess he did by stocks and by total portfolio. So that's cool, I guess. And we're really only exposed to 3 countries. So the US, China, and the Netherlands. And the Netherlands is Stellantis. So I guess that's not bad. I honestly thought that I had more exposure to China. I thought I was around 20%, but I guess we're sitting only at about 12%. So, all right, so high exposure to stocks. 80% stocks, 20% fixed income, which is our bonds. He says that seems like there's good diversification. No type of real estate, cryptos, or fiats, which I don't really want to get any of those, to be honest. Real estate's pretty inflated. Crypto, definitely inflated. And fiat currencies, I don't really want to get into those. So it seems like we're pretty well diversified, in his opinion. He's saying that we're exposed to very specific sectors, which I like because I'm trying to value invest. I try to find very specific companies. I'm not just like broadly ETF investing, because the whole point with this portfolio is to beat the market, is to beat ETFs, beat other fund managers. So it makes sense. We are pretty exposed to specific sectors. Like right here, we have almost 20% just in Ulta Beauty. A little bit crazy. But let's see. On the other hand, exposure to high number of diverse sectors is very positive. So we've got quite a bit of healthcare, for example. And then we have a lack of real estate, infrastructure, and transportation. Okay. So if high inflation were to happen again, these would be good to be in, which I don't think that inflation is going to come back as high as we've seen it. Little exposure to large companies. We've got Google, but not that much. And we'll probably benefit from high returns because of the smaller companies. Okay. Lack of exposure to emerging markets, greater exposure to European markets. So there are a couple of his recommendations. It's definitely nice to have like a third party just to see like an actual professional look at your portfolio and tell you where your really big risks are. And just looking over kind of this analysis that Sergio made, it seems like our portfolio is pretty safe, pretty well diversified. So I'm definitely excited about that. And I've got a lot of companies in here that, you know, if there was like a market downturn or any type of slowdown, we've got pretty good diversification here to not get hit too bad. Honestly, all 4 of these Fiverr freelancers I think did very well, and it was interesting to see how at these 4 price points, $5, $25, $70, $110, just to see kind of how much more complicated it can get. Obviously, for the $110, this is like a professional opinion, so it's going to cost more. He's basically like a financial advisor, so you're paying more for the experience and the opinion of this person. But I think the other 3 guys did very well. I think for the price that we paid, we got plenty of information. So, for example, if I have some kind of stock that I have very, very large position in, I would probably reach out to one of these guys to maybe run some deep analysis and get me some more information that, you know, who knows. I don't have that much free time. So it'd be nice. I pay $30 to one of these guys to just run some deep analysis, and I could look through, and I don't have to like spend as much as my own time doing all that research. All right, guys, it's been super fun making this video with Fiverr. If you reach out to any of these freelancers or you end up ordering with somebody else, make sure you use discount code Pasha for an extra 10% off your order. It's been real. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.